Hello and welcome to Section 2 of the complete Ruby on Rails developer course. I hope you're able to set up your integrated development environment in Section 1 and are enjoying the course so far. In this section, we'll talk about Ruby. What is Ruby? Ruby is an object-oriented programming language. It was developed initially by Yukihiro Matsumoto, also known as MATS for short. The language has been around for roughly 20 years now, but it really gained traction when Ruby on Rails came along in the mid to later parts of 2000. Now, Ruby is a very powerful object-oriented programming language, but one of the primary aspects of Ruby is it's designed to increase programmer happiness. Okay? It reads a lot like English, and therefore is pretty easy to work with and grasp. Now, there are numerous sources online to learn about Ruby. You can Google them, but here's one, ruby-lang.org, and you can find news and articles and updates on it. Now, this site is pretty nice and useful. Over here, you can try Ruby in your browser. You can also download Ruby from here, which we're not going to do since our integrated development environment already comes with Ruby installed. Okay? So without further delay, let's build our first program to say hello world in Ruby. Now back to our IDE, we're going to create a directory. So first, we're going to see what path we're in. Okay, we're in home nitrous, which is this directory right here. Underneath is code. So I want to have all my coding done in code. All right. So I'll navigate over to the code directory by typing in cd space code. And over here, I will create a directory. To create a directory, if you remember, mkdir. And then I will name this Ruby_projects. And hit enter. Now if I type in ls to list all the folders I have under code, I see Ruby projects is there. Okay? So I will navigate to my Ruby projects directory. To do that, type in cd space Ruby_projects. Hit enter. Okay, now we're in our Ruby projects directory. If you want to view it over here, code, now see, along with example, there's a Ruby projects directory. It's currently empty. So here, let's create a new file and we'll call it hello world. All right, so right click and then new file. And over here, we're going to say hello world.rb. All right, now why did I say .rb? That's because all Ruby files have to end in .rb. That is what identifies the file as a Ruby file. All right, so I'm going to double click on it to pull it up. All right. So I will leave this open over here. I'm going to create two more variations of this file before we move forward. And we will work on all three, okay? And those are going to be variations of the hello world.rb file. So again, I'm going to move to Ruby projects over here, right click, new file, and I'll call this hello world string.rb. Then I'll open that as well to leave that open. And the third one, new file again, and I'll call this hello world method.rb. All right. And we're basically going to see three different ways of saying hello world. So let me pull up hello world method as well to keep it open. So first we'll start with the simplest one, which is hello world.rb. Now what we want to do is print hello world when we run the program. So simple enough, what we're going to say is put s, okay? What this stands for is put string, aka puts, all right? Space, and within quotes, whatever it is that we want to print out. So I'm going to say hello world, exclamation mark, and then close quote, save that. Now I want to run this. How do I run that? Over here in our terminal window, I will clear up the screen a little bit. So type in clear and hit enter. All right, so we are in our Ruby projects folder, so we can simply run this program. To run this program, type in Ruby and the name of the program. So hello world.rb and hit enter or return. There you go. It says hello world. Great. You just completed your first Ruby program. Take a second to take it all in. Now let's move on to the next one, which is the hello world string.rb. Here we're going to assign a variable, hello, okay? And we're just going to call it hello. We don't have to specify anything else about it. And we're going to say equals, space, and within quotes, hello world. All right? And here we're going to say puts, which again, if you remember, is short for put string, space, hello. All right? Now save this. To run the program, I have to call it. So Ruby space. Now this one is hello world string. So hello world string.rb. Hit enter. Great, it says hello world. Now what happened here? What happened here is we assigned a variable and called it hello, okay? Right here. We didn't need to declare it or anything. We simply said hello, which is our variable, and we assigned it a value over here, hello world. And then when we said puts hello, it simply printed out the value of hello, which was hello world. So we got the same output of hello world. So why did we do this? Why did we use a variable instead of simply using the one-liner here? Well, because when we use a variable, we can change the value of it later on. We can have hello assigned to something else. And then when we print out hello, it will print out that value instead of printing out the initial hello world. For example, right underneath this, if I say hello equals, and within quotes, welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course, and then say puts hello again, Command S to save it. Now down to our terminal over here, Ruby hello world string.rb. Notice how it said hello world, welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course. So I changed what hello was pointing to from being hello world to now being pointed to welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course. And then I printed it out again, and it printed out the second value instead of the first one. Okay? Great. Now let's move on to the third way of doing this, which I'm going to show right now, which is hello world method.rb. Now what we're going to do is we're going to define a method or a function to do this for us. All right? So how do we define a method in Ruby? We define a method in Ruby by starting with the keyword def, okay, which is short for define, and then space, and then the name of the method. So we're going to call this method hello, okay? Now, when you start with a define and then the name of the method, at the end of the method, to close or signal that the method is complete, you will have to type in end, all right? So we have this method now, define hello. Now what do we want our method to do? We want our method to say hello world. Within the method, indent over once by hitting tab so that you can clearly differentiate between where a method is defined and whatever is included in it. Okay? So over here, we're going to say puts space within quotes hello world exclamation mark and then close quote. Save that. Now you have a method that says hello world. Now let's go ahead and save this. So Command S, and back down at our terminal, if you simply type in Ruby space hello world method.rb, hit enter, nothing happens. Why didn't it print it out? It didn't print out hello world like the other ones. But here we're saying puts hello world. Why didn't it do anything? It didn't do anything because when you have a method like this or a function, you have to call the function in order for it to do whatever the method is defined to do. So to run it, we're simply going to call the method. So if I just say hello, save this, and then rerun the prior command, which is ruby hello world method.rb, there's a shortcut to doing this. Down at the terminal, instead of typing all of it out, simply press the top arrow and it pulls up whatever your prior command was, okay? And hit enter. Look at that, it says hello world. Perfect, that's exactly what we wanted to do. But then what is the advantage of using a method instead of the first two simpler versions, which was the simplest one, which is puts hello world, then we used a variable. Here we've gone one step further and used a method. What's the advantage of using a method when we're having to type out extra code? Well, what if we want our method to say whatever we want instead of simply hello world? Over here, we'd have to type in whatever it is again and again. Over here, we have to assign the variable the new value and basically type it in. But over here, since now we have a method, what we can do is we can pass in an argument to our method and then simply keep calling that method with whatever it is that we want it to say, and it will just do that. What do I mean by that? Over here, where it says define hello, I'm going to pass in an argument, okay? Let's say I want my hello method to say, hello, I am Mashur, okay? How do I do that? Our method needs an argument then. So over here, I'm going to open bracket, and then I'm going to say anything, okay? And then close bracket. And after we do this, instead of saying put string hello world, we will just put string anything, which is whatever is passed into the method. So over here, we're passing in anything, and then we're printing out anything, okay? So whatever we pass in, so after hello, whatever I pass in is what anything is going to be assigned to, and then it will print it out. So let's demonstrate. Hello, and within quotes, my name is Masroor. All right, save that. Now down at our terminal, again, this is getting a little cluttery, so I'll clear it up. And then to run it, ruby space hello world method.rb, hit enter. My name is Masroor. Check it out. It worked. It basically said what I wanted it to say. Now what if I want to say something else? I want to say hello within quotes, welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course. And then hello, check it out. This prints anything I want. And then save that. Now if I run this, it's going to print all three. So I'll run it. Check it out. My name is Masroor. Welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course. Check it out. This prints anything I want. It printed out whatever it is that I asked the method to print out. Perfect. Congratulations. You've learned multiple ways of saying hello world in Ruby, including one where you define a method to do it, which is the most important. Now that's all I wanted to cover in this video. I'll see you in the next one where we do a few more fun things with strings and start working with numbers. See you there.